Hey yo everybody, Haku here. Just woke up Monday morning, so it's time for my live reaction to Tower of God chapter 300. Season 2 episode 220, I think. I have been waiting for this one so much because even SIU hyped it up that this was going to be a really important week, so I'm really excited to see what we actually get through with this week. Let's go ahead and get into it because I'm really excited. He hyped it up as being like the beginning of a new arc or something like that, and the story moving away from the Bomb and Kaiser fight that ended last chapter, and I want to see where we go with this one. Starting off, it looks like we see the floating auction house, whatever. Let's get through it. We see the floating auction house. Oh, we got a knock in Vespa. Best character Anak. Yo. And we see the opening at the bottom. "What's going on?" says Anak. "Hello, Anak." "Hello." And then, we see Iruro, or Cherry La, sleeping. So finally getting to see Cherry La again. We haven't seen her in a while. And then we see Andrasi and Lilial thrown off balance by the shifting of I guess maybe it's shifting of is what they were trying to show. It's shifting after the attack by Bomb, and then they're just both thrown off balance. "What's with these vibrations?" says Andrasi, and the art is already noticeably really nice this week. "Are they coming from the gallery?" says Lilial. Hello Lilial. Then we see Alphine again looking up. "Lord Kaiser." It's still Name Hunt Station 23. And then we see Bomb, Kun, and Red Greymon standing over Kaiser. Oh, and something else I found out last week, looking at the actual Korean characters, his name actually is Red Greymon. I thought it was like Red Gramon or something, and I was just saying Greymon as like a joke because of Digimon. But no, his name is legit Red Greymon with the Korean characters. And then we have Kaiser's thoughts again. "I can't even remember my own name, and yet I tried to make my family happy by stealing other people's names. Ridiculous. What do you intend to do now? Do you plan on stealing my name and letting FUG take over this place? But if you do so, then Andrasi Zahard won't be able to maintain her position as a princess." "No, I'm not going to steal your name," says Bomb. "I'm going to buy your name." And then she looks shocked. "What?" "I'm going to buy your name. If you enter the festival like you promised before, I'll pay enough money to repay all of your and your family's debt to buy your name. All at once, too." How does Bomb have enough money to pay back the entire family? "The money will all be paid anonymously by FUG, says Kun. If you repay it all at once, your family won't be able to touch the money, so you will be free. In return, you have to return Andrasi's name and tell everyone that it was Andrasi who won this fight. Then Andrasi will recover her honor, and we will be able to get your name. Although, we'll have to pay an enormous amount of money, of course." So this was good. Kun, I'm assuming Kun had the biggest part in this plan. This is a good idea. See, I had been saying since the beginning there was definitely a way for Bomb and Andrasi to both benefit out of this. "Why would you bother to do such a thing?" says Kaiser. "I figured that you wouldn't let Andrasi go if I didn't do this. Plus," he says, holding out his hand, "I wanted to give you a chance to live as your true self. Please, go back to being yourself, not someone from your family. Kaiser, I mean, Elaine." Yo! So Bomb knew her name. And again, I'm assuming Alphine told him. That was really good, Elaine. And now we're back to Hatsu and Shiliel, with Ship in the middle of them now. And then Shiliel looks up. What was that losing my words. What was that vibration from before? Could it be? And then she gets a message on her pocket. "It's me. I lost the battle. Kaiser? I think I'm gonna have to stop doing this now. My debt is all gonna be repaid. Take care, Kaiser." That message. Says Shiliel, gritting her teeth. What on earth is happening? How could Kaiser betray us? What the hell happened with Viol? Nothing seems to be going right, even after coming all the way to this filthy place. I'm out of here, says, Shiliel, just turning her back and walking off, throwing her sword down. Rage quit. What? She says, looking back at, Ship. Was it true, what you said before, about the princess you were working with? Why don't you believe me, says, Shiliel. Isn't that obvious? How could I believe that? She's... Yo, is it Rachel? And then Shiliel looks back. Hello, Shiliel. I may be a bit of a prankster, but I don't tend to lie. Yo. She's a high ranker. Why would she collaborate with regulars like you guys? So it is a high ranker. Actually, a lot of people were guessing that it was Misheni, so I mean... But I was like, no, they're talking about regular princesses, but no, maybe they're ranker princesses, because if Misheni's involved, or just a high ranker in general. Yo, Shiliel is so waifu, though. Well, if you don't believe me, then think whatever you like. I'm leaving, she says, still walking away. Hey, Ship says, still chasing behind her. Hey, Liliel, I think Kaiser lost. Yeah, let's head back, Shiliel says, talking into the pocket. We have to meet Maria now, too. Yep. I said that, too. I was like, what if Maria's involved? And a lot of people were saying that, too. So congrats to everybody saying what if Maria was involved. It looks like we're on it. And then Ship looks shocked. Maria? So he must remember. And then Shiliel looks back again. All right, before I go, you over there, the black-haired swordsman. Don't think even for a second that I'm backing down today because of you. If we meet, the next time we meet, if you dare be so arrogant as to talk back to me like you did today, just because of some weapon, you'll die, she says. And we see a bunch of eyes in the flames looking back behind her at him. So assuming that maybe that's an anima power as well, since she's from the Lopobia, well, bye-bye. Yo, and then we're back to Andrasi. What the hell was that? Okay, sis, yeah, alright, and Liliel's running away. Andrasi, hey, where are you going? She gets a call and just runs right away. Sis, they're going to be rivals in the end anyway, and yet she still looks after another. Anyway, judging from what's going on, while I was messing around with her, it looks like Bomb arrived at the gallery and beat Kaiser. What happens to me now? Bomb, you bastard, this is driving me nuts. So it's interesting, too, especially she's talking about Liliel and Shiliel taking care of one another when her and Anak essentially do the same thing. Though it's a bit of a different situation, given that Anak isn't like a real princess. Now we see Red Greymon and Kun. Whew, that was an exhausting day, says Kun, and it looks like Bomb is laying on the lighthouse. Team Bomb and Kun return to the festival hall. Hey Kun, he says. What, says Kun. I think I can get up and walk now. Doesn't this make me look too much like I'm sick? Kaiser completely healed the wolf's bite for me, so I'm fine now. Whatever, says Kun, just lie there. You've been pushing yourself too hard lately. You need to rest a bit while you can. I just want to know what Kun's reaction is going to be when he hears that Liliel and Shiliel are working with Maria. Okay. And then Kun thinks to himself, I can't believe that all I could give him was a movable bed. Pathetic. But are you really okay with ending things like this? Says Kun to Greymon. What? Says Greymon. You wanted to avenge your companion, remember? Well, when I found out about Kaiser's past, how should I describe it? Says Greymon. I can sort of understand how Kaiser must have felt when she sent her friend back to her family. Although, I certainly don't forgive her, of course. So you're tender-hearted too, I see. Plus, I agreed to respect Viel's decision. So she sent her friend back to her family. So I guess she sent Alphine back to the Lopobia? I hope that Kaiser can go back to her old self. And then Bong Bong shows up. Hey you! Andrasi busts out of it. I said I'd see you tomorrow night, she says, landing on Bomb's chest. Andrasi! And then we see Hatsu and Lorei as well. Hatsu with the sword drawn. Don't you take a promise with a girl seriously, she says. You're so dead, Mr. 25th Bomb. How dare you secretly take Kaiser's name without me knowing? Hand it over. Hand over Kaiser's name. And then Kuhn yells at her, Hey, Andrasi. Oh, sorry. Hold on, Andrasi. Let's talk. Talk about what? Just hurry up and hand over Kaiser's name, she says, still attacking Bomb. What's gotten into you? Shut up. Hey, says Kuhn, still yelling. Then Hatsu's thinking, this is definitely not very dignified behavior for a princess. Don't worry, Andrasi. Now you won't lose your position as a princess, says Bomb. What? What are you talking about? I made a promise with Kaiser. We both agreed that you're the one who beat her, and I got your name back that Kaiser stole. What? She said. So you won't have to step down from your position as a princess, Andrasi? Don't be ridiculous, she says, still holding his arms down. Why would she keep such a promise? Just shut up and hand it over. It's true. You'll see tomorrow at the festival. Screw that. Just give me your name. Hey, says Kuhn. Says, Hatsu again. It looks like it ended up being resolved like you said before, Kuhn, says Ship, walking up to him. Isu. Give me your name, says Andrasi. I'll give you your name, Andrasi. I don't need that. Honestly, I wasn't crazy about this, says Kuhn, sighing, since I ended up getting help from FUG, plus it's a massive amount of money. And Bomb said this is the best thing to do, but I can't predict what FUG is going to do now. And we see Novik, Boro, Rian, and Sachi tending to rack Yuan Danwa. Yes, says Rian. That's how things ended up. Please make the lump sum payment tomorrow at the auction. Hua Rian spoke lightly of it, saying it's basically pennies to a Slayer candidate, but the fact that we're depending on them like this, says Kuhn. Whew. Hearing you say that, it feels like things turned out like this because of us. It makes me feel more guilty, says Ship. Plus, our princess is in that state. Well, it was also to get Kaiser out of her family, so don't think that. It's not exactly because of you guys, says Kuhn. And then Bomb and Andrasi are still arguing in the background. And Kuhn? Actually, there seems to be a bit of a problem with the princesses, says Ship. Princesses. Yeah, he says, looking down. I wasn't planning on saying anything since it's our issue, but there are two princesses here, Shiliel and Liliel. Shiliel and Liliel? You mean the ones from the Lopobia who devised this whole thing? That's right, the twin princesses. We somehow managed to send them off, but I heard something that was rather hard to believe. About them being in cahoots with Kuhn Masheni Zahard. It was Masheni. Oh man, that reveal. They are working for Masheni. What? Says Kuhn. Masheni Zahard? That woman's a high ranker. Why would she collaborate with regulars? That's what bothered me too, says Ship. I didn't end up getting to hear from them directly, but actually, the factional tensions up above between regular princesses are getting more serious. I'm not sure if you've heard too, but two of the princesses up above are on terrible terms with each other, so I thought maybe Liliel and Chiliel would side with one of them. But they were in cahoots with a completely unexpected big shot. Maybe Masheni Zahard is trying to interfere directly in this factional strife. And I'm not totally sure about this, but it seems there's one more princess working with them. Her name seems to be Maria. And then we see Kuhn shocked face. This is so good. This is hundreds of chapters coming since we found out about Kuhn and Maria. What? He says. The next day, the festival hall. Oh man, this chapter is so good. We're getting so much stuff. This is an announcement for everyone participating in the auction today. In a moment, the festival will begin 5 hours earlier than the scheduled time. So we ask that anyone wishing to participate in the auction please make their way to the seats. Step aside, it's a ranker from the Ha clan. Once again, the auction is scheduled to begin momentarily, and we see all the crowds pushing. Get out of the way! The Ha clan will dominate this auction. And then we see Jinsung walking through the crowd. He sure is noisy. And then a door opens to Kaiser's room. Has everyone gathered? How did you find out my name? And we see a flashback. to Bomb talking to Kaiser. I heard it from Alphine, although I actually ordered her to tell me. You're a happy person. That means that at least one person on this tower is looking at you properly. Show people your true self at the festival tomorrow. Everyone will probably be stunned. What a strange boy, says Kaiser, and she's not wearing the mask. Oh my gosh, are we gonna finally get to see her face? Now, well, I guess it's time to go repay my debt. Let the festival begin. And she leaves the mask behind her. And then we see, we see a room at the festival overlooking the auction. And we've got Kun, Bomb, and Rack standing at the window. And then Hatsu, Andrasi, and Ship behind them. And it looks like Ron and Lorraine laying on the ground. Who's she? Who's that? And then we see Bomb. There she is. What? That's Kaiser, says Ship? Yo, she's gorgeous. Kaiser, top wife Kaiser. I said it before, or Elaine now. Yo, freaking Elaine. Top girl, best girl Elaine. Okay, sorry. No longer is Albelda best girl. Elaine is best girl now. This chapter was so, like, it felt really complete. This was such a full chapter. Like, I'm glad that, and this seemed sort of as well like a bit of a, I don't know, it feels like maybe a bit of a epilogue for the whole issues of the Name Hunt Station. From this, I think we might actually still be getting an auction arc, because we're just once again seeing all these regulars thrown in, or rankers, thrown in, that are going to be participating in the auction. And this was like such a happy, positive chapter with a lot of like reveals like that I think that we're at such a high with the happiness that we're going to get shut down next chapter in a way. Like maybe the rankers don't take well to Kaiser saying, "I'm out, bitches," so they turn on them, and Bomb's team has to somehow escape from this place, maybe escape with Kaiser. Who knows what kind of crazy stuff will go down. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe we will actually get an auction arc, just because instead of skipping it over or going somewhere else, our character group is actually at the auction right now. So to me, that makes it seem like we'll probably get into the actual auction if we're all physically there right now. Either we do that, or we skip over and pay attention to somebody else, and then when we come back to Bomb's group, they'll be back on the train. That's entirely possible, but I think it's a little less likely. Also, the big thing for me, Masheni's a hard confirmed. A lot of people were guessing that. I mentioned it as a real possibility. Even though she's a high ranker, I was like, I doubt that they would be working for somebody who isn't a regular, since it's a fight between regular princesses, but I was like, but a lot of people are saying Masheni. I think Masheni's possible, and interesting that it is, and also that Maria's involved, because I said that Maria may have been involved as well, or that they may have been working for Maria. They're not working for her, but she is involved, and just the reveal with Ship telling Kun, and I like the sort of reparations too, where we brought the old Ship, Hatsu, and Andrasi team, and brought them back in with the Bomb, Kun, and Rack team. We have Rack back again. We saw more of Ryun having all of the FUG money at her disposal for Bomb being filthy stinking rich. And there was something else. Oh yeah, something interesting. I still like, there are some characters, like we saw Anak again this chapter, but we've barely seen any of her this arc for her to be a pretty important character. Same with us getting to see Irudo again. So yeah, I'm wondering if we will get just the auction arc so that we can put more spotlight on some other characters or not. So, interesting here. But Elaine, best girl, I'm going to leave you with that, because I am going to do the review tomorrow. And, of course, doing the review tomorrow is going to be a bit more in-depth on this. So, this was a long live reaction, but it kind of had to be with the amount of content we got. But thank you once again for watching. I enjoyed this one so much, and I hope you did too. Like if you did like the video, comment down there. Tell me what you thought of this chapter, what you thought of all of my thoughts on it. As I said, review up tomorrow. Subscribe for more Tower of God, The Walking Dead, One Piece, and a bunch more other stuff, like a lot of stuff. Follow on Twitter as well, and I will keep you updated there on stuff for the channel, stuff like that. And that's it. So thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.